Salut la team, bienvenue sur la chaîne. C'est parti pour le PC Gaming Show et c'est maintenant. Let's go. C'est bon, hein?
Inimitable Mika Burton.
Hello.
Get in here, Mickey. Come on in.
I'm on my way.
Take
Thank
it away.
you, Sean. I am so glad to be here and be a part of this milestone
Putain, j'ai
in
eu
the
peur, je me
history
suis
of
dit,
the
oh
PC
putain, j'ai
gaming
coupé le
show.
lag, oh le
Seriously,
fou.
like a whole decade covering the ever-changing
Au milieu,
landscape of
c'est bizarre.
PC gaming and all of the incredible games during that time. That's pretty impressive.
We've had a good run. 10 years is a long time, and if this show was a child, it would be slamming doors and belittling me in public and still asking for V-Bucks in Fortnite.
Yeah, well, before we take a look at the future of PC gaming, let's get a bit nostalgic and take a look back at some of our favorite moments from the last 10 years of the show.
Oh, dude. Cue the emotive montage music.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, over the years, we've featured so many great games, some of which got their start right here on the PC Gaming
Ooh.
Show. So, who remembers some of those gems?
I mean, I remember in 2021 when we turned a graphics card into
Voilà,
a
vous allez avoir
spaceship.
que des jeux PC.
When we
hein.
did
C'est
various
pas vous
attempts
dites
to
hein, si on
replace our
m'entend bien.
host with artificial intelligence.
N'hésitez
Oh,
pas à
it was
me
an
dire.
innocent time. We were so young and naive back
Oh,
then.
we sure were. And what about way back when the PC Gaming Show was live and we had developers like Dean Hall and Warren Spector and oh my god, look at baby Day 9.
Oh, and I still look like that.
I mean,
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show 1969 live streaming from a surface of a little white rock that we call the moon?
hey, what?
Wow. I don't know if it's my dwindling oxygen levels or the fact that my internal organs are floating weightlessly around my body. Man, this game is making me feel very dizzy with excitement. Houston, anything new on the RPG front?
Hey, what?
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show
Yeah,
1350,
you're good.
a personal favorite of mine? Now, for fans of sticks and pebbles, prepare to lose thy stools for sticks and pebbles too. Developed by peasants and published by Microsoft. Simply boil some water to access it on...
Sean, you know some of those things didn't really happen, right?
Oh, of course, Mika, I know, I'm not an idiot. Moonland.
Well, we have some more exciting news. No 10th anniversary show would be complete without our favorite Brit and gaming goddess. It's none other than Frankie Ward.
Thank you so much, Mika. It's great to see you and
Ah, bah
Sean
tiens, y a ma
again.
gossure.
And to celebrate 10 years, I even got us a little cake. But I do think I speak for everyone watching when I say, could you two stop goofing around and just get to the trailers already?
Well, in a second, but Frankie, riddle me
J'avais oublié,
this.
c'est parce qu'elle portait mon
Why
bébé,
aren't
c'est
you
pour
like
ça.
here with us?
Well, I'm kind of expecting a pretty special delivery.
Oh, I get you. Big Amazon order.
Yeah,
Can't
makes
miss
sense,
those.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to sign.
Right?
Something a little more important. I'll be here with my unborn mind flayer having a watch party. And I'm just gonna chill out here on the couch, have some snacks, and be on hand to jump in whenever the mood takes. Also, why are you standing there like a couple of lemons anyway? You should take a page from my book and take a load off.
Ooh, hey, Frankie, I think you're onto something. I mean, this is way better.
Yeah, thank you, Frankie. And you know what? Thank you, chair scientists everywhere.
I'm glad you're both comfortable because we've got a great show today. Trailers to the most exciting upcoming PC games, exclusive world premiere announcements of brand new games, interviews and behind the scenes looks at upcoming releases and lots more.
But first, let's kick off this year's 2024 PC Gaming Show with three
Let's go.
huge world premiere
C'est parti.
announcements
Le
here.
PC Gaming
We
Show.
Go!
En plus, on a la traduction, c'est parfait. Ça fait plaisir. Donc là, vous allez avoir la plupart du temps que des jeux PC. Donc s'il y a des fans de PC, vous allez être bien. On dirait pas le Word, mais en plus moche. foufou. On ne retient pas le word, mais en plus moche. En gros.
From the creators of
Ils auraient beaucoup de jeux indés aussi.
Excitantes comes a new game in space. Meet the Starbirds. Help them claim nearby asteroids. You'll need to build stuff. You'll need to gather stuff. You'll need to connect stuff to other stuff to produce even more stuff, to advance your technology and reach for the stars. Explore countless asteroids. They're packed with resources and come in all shapes and sizes.
On n'a plus la traduction.
Stay curious. You never know what you may find. Starbirds, coming to a solar system near you. Wishlist now on Steam.
Oula. Oh le con.
Wow, Lorne Vale looks great. A fantasy world with post-apocalyptic vibes, guns, but also magic. Sign me the heck up. And actually, Mika, question for you. What do you think you would become in a lawless fantasy world? Seriously.
Well, I could see myself as like a ruthless bounty hunter, blasting away hordes of enemies with a 6-shooter, or maybe I'd become a over-tongued traitor, you know, talking my way out of dangerous situations.
Wait, but what about me?
I picture a dead body, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense. I mean, I would die quickly.
Yeah.
People have always said I look like the Disco Elysium bloated corpse.
Right? It really checks out. Well, in Lorne Vale, it looks like both of our visions can come true. Hey, now, Sean, since we're talking about fantasy games, lots of them let you practice alchemy, right? But how
Sure.
about a tycoon game that lets you practice ale?
Oh, Mika, is your clever wordplay indicative of me getting to brew my own beer?
You are so right, Sean. It is, but more than just that. In our next game, you build and manage a monastery, keep your monks happy, and create your very own ale recipes.
Oh, Mika, at last, a game that caters to my desire for medieval, mead-based monastery.
Roll out the barrels as we raise a goblet or two to Ale Abbey.
World première. Un jeu de buveur de bière ou c'est comment là? Verbail. Ouais. Des moines. Des moines qui se l'envoient sale. En buvant de la bière, il a vu l'ange. Une dinguerie. Ah. Ah, le jeu ressemble à ça? Putain, bizarre. Encore des jeux Game Boy, hein. Je dis ça. Je dis ça. Les ils sont déjà bourrés. Ah ouais, même la sœur, elle se la donne. Ah ouais. Ah ouais. Ok. Même la sœur, elle se la donne.
I think it's time, Red.
I told you, my name is Ringo.
Tell me again, how does this thing work?
Just have to combine the words. Like that. Crown the weekend.
Whoa, 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 careful with the fake.
Guess it's just you and me now.
Seems that way.
I've never seen the stars like
C'est
this.
dommage, Yolande. C'est dommage, feignante, t'as raté
Make sure you put on your seatbelt.
la conférence qu'il fallait pas rater. C'est dommage. C'est dommage, c'est dommage. Là, tu vas te faire chier. Parce que c'est vraiment des jeux auxquels Wonder Star. Auxquels on joue pas. Ah, il y a aussi. Ça va aussi sur console.
Coming up in the
Bah,
PC
je m'étais
gaming
trompé.
show.
Bah, il y a des jeux, ils pourront mettre ça sur console aussi. Coming up. Les basiques, hein. Toujours des jeux de cartes, hein, on dirait. Ou c'était juste de la pub, j'en sais rien. Chaotic Farming. J'ai vu. Ah, mais c'est vrai! C'est vrai, c'est vrai. Traître. Moi aussi, je vais aller regarder Live is Strange ailleurs. Quand tu vas le streamer le dernier. Le mec a trop la rage. Je vais aller regarder Xéfiante ailleurs aussi.
Zoe,
T'as trop la
I was
rage.
beginning to think you'd never make it.
T'as trop la rage. Le bouc qui a trop la rage.
You were looking for answers. For you, these centuries, I want to lay the groundwork for everything you see. I am Sal. Welcome, Zoe.
Heureusement que je peux compter sur Yolande. Hein. Heureusement que je peux compter sur Yolande. Sauf si elle m'a fait un coup de traite par derrière. Ah mais si, on avait vu ça. Vous vous rappelez? Enfin, pour ceux qui étaient sur mon live. Hein, vous vous rappelez? Enfin pour celles surtout qui étaient sur mon live. Mais genre, mais qui bloque des balles avec Ah merde. Je sais plus du tout. Si, on l'avait vu. Les 14 juin sur sur Steam.
Well, there is an offer that you can't refuse. So, how about you, good fella? Are you ready to get your knuckles bloody with fallen aces?
Well, Mika, I'd rather use a lead pipe. You know, because I have these fragile RTS digits.
Yeah, okay. Well, good news, Sean. You will recognize our next game, Stormgate, a real-time strategy. It's given off some big StarCraft vibes, which is not surprising of former StarCraft developers. And hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You've played StarCraft like an hour or two, right?
Oh, yes, Mika. I've played maybe even 3 hours. I even dipped a toe in a little bit.
Crazy.
But now for all you RTS fans out there, heads up, because with Stormgate, we've got a lot more than just a trailer. We visited the developer Frost Giant Studios for a close-up look at their new RTS. So get those hand stretches going, prop up your gaming chair, and stay hydrated. Prepare to do battle in Stormgate.
Before the Infernals invaded us on Earth and destroyed human civilization, they engaged in battle with their sworn enemies, the Celestial Armada. Angelic form merged with advanced technology. The Celestials fight unlike anything we've seen, harnessing both light and darkness. They have new ways to mine resources and centralized army production. Their flying arc ship cascades power, which they use to expand infrastructure, energize their army, and enhance their abilities.
Oh là, il y a un gros problème là en France là. Gros problème là. L'Assemblée nationale a été
The
dissoute.
Celestial Armada is here. Earth is the latest battleground. And the war, it's just getting started.
Celestial Armada is this dying alien race that is moving through the galaxy, and they are ancient beings that stretch back to the origins of the universe itself. And everything from their beings to their civilization to where they live is technologically driven. And we love playing into that mechanically with how they express themselves on the battlefield and the game. With each faction that we develop, we start with a core identity. The Vanguard, we have this plucky human resistance. They're about adaptability, and with the Infernals, we really explore the idea of a unit-focused faction that could have a different way of summoning their troops into the battlefield. With the Celestials, when we started out, we really wanted to push a lot of boundaries. And we thought, how can we make a building-focused faction? And also a faction that introduces map-wide mobility. They are anchored by this idea that they're descending into the atmosphere from the Celestial Armada. And so when you're playing as this faction and can build structures all across the map in different places very easily, in many ways it becomes this strategic dance about where the conflict is playing out on a map. So we've kind of shifted the focus onto the buildings themselves. There's going to be a lot of emergent gameplay that players will discover on their own that we are not planning for. And that's actually what we want from the Celestials. Is we want to give players a bunch of options, a bunch of flexibility, and a bunch of interesting toys to play with, and then see what comes out the other side. And if you're the type of player that really likes coming up with this innovative way to outsmart opponents, the Celestial faction is designed for you.
With Celestials, we've really done something that is pure original thinking from this team that is not something that we've seen before in a real-time strategy game. And it took a lot of iteration to get to the point that it felt balanced and where it felt correctly comparable to the other two races.
Stormgate is a Blizzard-style RTS, and so by saying that we're continuing the legacy of Warcraft and StarCraft, we're really looking at that core RTS experience. But we really believe that even within a Blizzard-style RTS, there's a lot of room to innovate, and there's a lot of creative boundaries that can be pushed to bring new styles of play and new experiences for players. And so we are really excited about bringing a lot of new ideas into the genre. We want you to have this asymmetric experience where playing one faction or another faction really feels almost like a different game entirely.
Our technology runs at a higher tick rate than any real-time strategy game that's ever come before. In a nutshell, essentially what that means is, as a player, the time between clicking and seeing their actions take place is faster than any other RTS game that's really ever come out. As a player, it just feels really, really good to play.
One of the biggest design challenges that we faced with Stormgate is creating a game that maintains the high-skill gameplay that has been the heart of RTS for so long, but still provides an on-ramp for new players coming in that doesn't scare them away. It's okay to be a high-skill game. It's actually a good and appealing thing. We never want to water down that aspect of RTS, but we talk a lot about lowering the skill floor, which means making it more approachable for new players coming in without taking away the high-skill elements of the game that make RTS so exciting. Early access is much more about bringing the community along with us and benefiting from that feedback that the community provides us to really make the game what they tell us they want. We've been having conversations with the community, and together, hopefully, that we really are able to craft something that feels collaborative. We're sharing it at a much earlier stage than any game that we've worked on in the past. But it is a better way to make games. I believe that Stormgate, as it evolves, will turn into something that is literally the best game that we've ever worked on as a result.
We hope you've enjoyed this exclusive first look at our Celestial faction. Stormgate's free to play. It's available to everyone, and we'll be launching fully into early access on August 13th. But you can join us before then on July 30th by going to Steam and picking up one of our bundles that's available today.
Well, douse me in ethereal light and mine my minerals. I am beyond excited for Stormgate.
Hey, Sean, if you're excited for RTS madness, wait until you hear this. I've been using pretzels to scoop up my ice cream instead of a spoon. Pretzels, they're like spoons you can eat.
Solid logic, Frankie, but why are you telling me this now?
It's strategy, Sean. Optimum watch party strategy. No spoons, nothing to wash later. Get it? Here is another example. Let's say someone knocks on my door during the watch party. A regular person would get up and answer the door, but me? I just hurl this brick through my front window and whoever was knocking runs away in terror. Bricks, they're like spoons you can throw.
I feel like I'm really starting to get you, Frankie. A window brick sounds totally overpowered. I think you're onto something.
My point is this. It's a really exciting time for strategy games on PC, and we've got so many more to show you today, starting right now. All you turn-based tactics fanatics out there do not want to miss this next one.
Mars tactique. Ok. C'est du Minecraft quoi. Ok. Bien gaze. Bah que ça va sur Steam. Ok. Stop. Pay you. Stop pay you. J'aime pas les jeux comme ça. Ah bah moi non plus. C'est pour ça que c'est bien que ça reste sur PC. C'est très très bien. Nous c'est pas notre délire.
When the demon looked upon the earth, it was the look of death.
So Camlet is really trying to summon a demon from another dimension. What a twat.
The primary mission is to sabotage Camlet's operation at any cost.
What a splendid hiding place.
En vrai, si ça continue comme ça, je crois qu'on va mettre... on va couper court, hein.
You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve.
Tight passages, traversing the roof.
Ça a pas l'air foufou, hein. En tout cas, c'est pas des jeux auxquels...
Did you just melt it? It's an incredibly complicated
pas des jeux vers lesquels j'irai.
But yes. Impressive.
Terrifying.
It has its uses.
I've got glimpses of a strange machine he's been working on. I have no idea what it does.
We'll keep it simple then. Stab and shoot our way to the off button.
In archaeology would be uneventful.
Stealth, tactics, a ragtag group of scientists, and a werebear? What a great world premiere trailer. And speaking of trailers, Mika, we've had a ton of them on the PC gaming show over the last 10 years. You want to hear some stats?
Oh my God, is Master Chief a covenant killing machine?
Has and always will be, Mika. And in the first 10 years of this show, we piped into your hungry little eyeballs over 79,018 seconds of exclusive PC gaming content, streaming in a plethora of languages and regions.
And that's not all, Sean. We have worked closely with developers to provide exclusive behind-the-scenes content and showcase some of the most exciting games of the past decade, all of which can be found over on our Steam page.
Indeed, and hey, how about a few more of those stats?
Ooh.
According to chat, a whopping 98.7% of viewers tuned in live right now want us to hurry up and get on with the next trailer.
Oh.
So hey, can't argue with facts.
No, you can't.
Et puis ce qui est dommage, quand tu comprends pas la langue,
Hey PC
pas
Gamers,
bien
my name is
réac.
Dave and I'm the director at Mighty Yell, and if you know
On n'a pas
us,
une
you know we
traduction.
like to make things that are weird,
non.
uplifting,
Au début, elle
and
avait
fun.
les paramètres, non?
With those things in mind, I cannot wait to show you our brand new expressive dance battle adventure, All Systems
pris la
Dance.
version FR.
All Systems Dance takes the fun of freely dancing and moving through a space, combines it with some tense arena combat and a heartfelt and funny story, all in the name of taking down any... Look, we wanted to make a game about dance because, well, we're not the greatest dancers. I'm not. But that doesn't matter. The thing about dance is that everyone can dance. And if everyone can dance, and dance is what you need to save the world, then maybe everyone can save. I'm going to let the teaser speak for itself, but please go to allsystemsdance.com for more information. Thank you for watching this, for being a part of this with us. And remember, the revolution will not be...
Welcome to Port Tomorrow, a perfect place for every Whoosh citizen to work, socialize, and relax.
Ok,
We
tu
here
passes ton
at
produit au
Whoosh
calme.
have thought of everything, so you
Wash,
never
wash.
have to do.
Don't believe their marketing and don't believe their messaging. This is the face of Whoosh. Look around. We are all trapped here on this island. We are being watched and we have to fight back. I know they outnumber us, but we've discovered their weakness. Their weakness is dance. Dance reprograms them. Dance makes them see us as more than just a number on a spreadsheet. You have to dance. You have to dance like your life depends on it. Take back control, free yourself, and feel the movement. The revolution will not be choreographed.
Je suis en train en même temps en parallèle de regarder les commentaires là sur, sur ce live là. Il y a des gens ils sont pas contents. Hein. Et la plupart que des jeux indés. Hein. Je pense que cette année c'est beaucoup de jeux indés. Hein. Parce que les AAA là c'est ça m'a l'air très compliqué. Hein. À part Call of Duty qui est vraiment le gros jeu qui était attendu. À part ça, là vraiment pour vous dire, il n'y a aucun jeu là où j'ai dit oh ça peut être sympa, oh ça peut le faire, tout ça. Là pour moi il y a zéro jeu. Bah tiens, World Première. On s'attend à un petit truc assez sympa là.
Atlas 1-1, this is Zoo.
Rien à voir.
Over. We've detected the anomalous presence in the Iron Corridor area. We need you to localize it and contain it. There's a lot of blue and red activity there. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search. Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Phantom Line. Bof, PC il y aura rien de croustillant. Ça sera vraiment pour les nerds, comme ils appellent ça. Vraiment pour les gens...
Pop quiz.
Là, ça sera vraiment des jeux pour des cinquantenaires. Genre des jeux à l'époque, ils kiffaient et tout, et je pense que c'est le type de jeu auquel ils jouaient.
If I were a mad scientist working for an evil mega corporation, you know, like you do, I would probably replace its other arm with a grappling hook.
Oh my God, perfect! Because that means you would fit right in at Tripwire Interactive, who have been working for years to bring us the next installment in the Killing Floor series. Now, for those of you who didn't know, the franchise has been a huge staple of the PC gaming show since its inception back in 2015. Tripwire have actually been at 9 PC gaming shows. In the upcoming sequel, players will face off against a new upgraded generation of Zeds in this long-awaited co-op horror FPS.
And the Zeds aren't the only things that have gotten an upgrade. To learn more, we visited those mad scientists at Tripwire Interactive for this exclusive look at the guns and gore of Killing Floor 3.
Là, il y a, depuis le début, il y a vraiment zéro jeu, quoi. Vraiment zéro jeu qui m'attire. Et après, c'est du PC, hein, donc les jeux PC... vraiment moyennement, voire pas du tout attiré par les jeux PC, à part des jeux de simulation. Ça peut nous hyper. Là, par exemple, si dans un jeu de simulation, ça peut nous hyper, histoire de le tester. Mais là, il n'y a rien qui... Tiens, peut-être ça à la limite. Et encore, je suis bien sympa. Et ouais, c'est pas foutu, quoi. C'est pas foutu. Ah, ça c'est le style de jeu, c'est du vieux revu. Malheureusement. Donc là j'ai l'impression qu'ils ont sorti des jeux pour sortir des jeux parce que bah y avait rien. Là 2024 c'est vraiment une année de merde. Hein. Vraiment une année de merde en termes de gaming. J'espère que 2025 va être mieux. Et tout ce qu'ils ont sorti en 2025, en 2020, on parle de 2025 merci prochain. Ouais, ça a l'air vraiment dépité là. Il reste demain pour nous rattraper. Heureusement que demain c'est pas du jeu vidéo. Enfin, une conférence sur 2. C'est pas du jeu vidéo donc ça va être sympa.
Action horror would be the thing that we focused on from the beginning with Killing Floor 3. It was really about science gone wrong. I mean, even like, look at this set.
Donc, je pense que
as a kid in the 80s and 90s, I just loved the Dark Horse Aliens and Predator comics. There were some elements in there about trying to create biological weapons set in a thematically dystopian themed world. So we wanted to tie that in. But from Predator and Aliens, one of the things that you see the most is basically a group of well-trained badasses who have to use every single bullet, every single grenade, every single weapon to handle the things that they're being faced with, these kind of insurmountable odds. Those moments are what motivate us, and that's when Killing Floor is at its best.
There's just a combination of just so many small elements that we've improved over Killing Floor 2 experience. We've increased the amount of Zeds that are in the world at one time, so the battle feels way more epic.
We knew we wanted Zeds to become more challenging. We're increasing how they get to you, how they damage you, so the cone of danger has essentially increased dramatically. Anywhere on screen Zeds can be, so I have to kind of keep my head on a swivel and really learn how to prioritize my targets. It's not essentially what's closest to me, but what can get to me faster, what's going to do more damage. It's just more ways to kind of amplify not only the action, but that horror element as well in KF3.
We have like very detailed hit detection system now, and you can blow off any limb. Every bullet hole that hits it stays there permanently. Exactly where you burn the creature is where you'll see its flesh burn. We actually have Zeds where you can blow limbs off and they'll keep fighting you if it's not a critical spot of that Zed.
Most of our Zeds have somewhat of a critical zone. So certain Zeds have like on the flesh pound, on his back, on his chest, they'll glow. You shoot that, will explode off and expose like an inner critical zone that when you shoot will kind of deal the ultimate killing blow to that Zed. One thing that's always felt great in Killing Floor is shooting things in the head. We wanted there to be variety when you do that. Their heads are made up of multiple meshes so that it can essentially open up and kind of randomizes what that head could look like. There is the opening shot of Day of the Dead, where there's literally just a massive tongue and maybe like a few teeth hanging there. We're very big horror fans. So there's kind of like little Easter eggs throughout everything. That impact and that feedback and that variation makes shooting things in the head feel incredibly rewarding. We hope you enjoyed that exclusive look at Killing Floor 3. For more information, visit killingfloor3.com and wishlist now.
Okay.
What a beautifully twisted and nightmarishly gory game. Yeah. I've already added it to my wish list, and look at this, Mika.
Oh.
I've also been in their Discord for 3 weeks.
Sean, that is the Discord for Cleaning Floor 3, the mopping simulator.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of wondering why there was so little chat about killing Zeds and so much about preventing streak marks on kitchen floors.
All right, let's leave Zeds behind because in our next game, there is a different type of mob filling the streets. Thousands of screaming sports fanatics. You can manage traffic, security, and logistics for athletes and fans in football tycoon game Coppa City. Here's the world premiere trailer.
This city is about to experience a football game that could be the greatest it has ever seen. You are responsible for how it will go down in history. Get ready to host the biggest clubs from all around the world. You will have to manage every single detail. Prepare for thousands of fans swarming your city. Filling the streets with energy you can only get from football fever. But remember, safety is a top priority. It's all in your hands. Can you find the right balance?
The fans are getting excited, but the pressure on the organizers is rising.
Can you give them what they want? Can you create a night they will remember forever? Everything comes down to your decisions. Clubs, engage thousands of fans, create a football fiesta. Coppa City 25, okay. The first football tycoon.
Ah, c'est football tycoon. Ok. Première, cactus. Unpacking.
Hope you come find me soon. I have lost you all. A storm blew you all away. On my tempo, please help me find my friend.
What the fuck, this is games. Popo. Ah, sur toutes les plateformes sauf PlayStation. C'est pas grave. On n'en veut pas. On n'en veut pas de toute façon.
Hey, Candy Narwhal!
dog with the face of the guy from the deli. Pinch elfin princess and nightmare clown.
Hey, Cat.
Are you ready to play awesome games in my own fantasy megaverse? I hope I never wake up.
Stay.
Bad clown. So what's up first? A little Halo capture the flag or...
Have a lovely picnic. Cat, we've been talking. You do know about PC Game Pass, right?
PC Game Pass? What's that?
It's a membership that lets PC players play new and immersive
Alors, petite pub du PC Game Pass.
Like going to a PC gamer's dreamland.
PC Game
you're
Pass.
awake and he's not here. Tell me all about it!
You'll get day one access to some of the biggest new releases, along with a curated library of PC games.
It's an EA Play membership.
And it's crammed to the gunnels with exclusive member benefits and discounts. If I were human instead of a ripped dream elf, then I'd use it to try games and buy them for less. Huzzah! Sick! Can I play with my friends? Ask them yourself! Huzzah! Cool! Multiplayer! Gaming membership designed specifically for PC players, and you get all these awesome features for a low monthly price.
Exactly! Exclusive Riot Games benefits. Uh-oh.
Thanks, guys. As soon as I wake up, I'm joining PC Game Pass. It's literally a dream come true.
Non! Enfin, voilà! Call of Duty dans le Game Pass. Ça y est.
You know, it's not often I get to say this, but that terrifying clown and his admittedly
Call
cute
of
friends
Duty
really
dans
know what
le
they're
Game
talking about.
Pass.
Oh, they sure do, Mika. PC Game Pass is a great way to try out tons of PC games without having to buy them at full price.
So true.
C'était
Well,
l'annonce.
let's keep the show rolling with some more trailers.
Solver for Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere. We're making a covert revenge thriller FPS about a secret agent turns down one last job too many and gets hunted across the North American wilderness by the military-industrial complex. And I was like, hey, can I shoot this promo here? And they said, well, it's Texas, of course we can hunt you. And I said, what's that?
The one thing the games industry needs more than a corporation that gives a shit about developers and their players is WASP slander. Now, I could tell you about how Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere, is making an exciting new action game, but if you get anything out of this next trailer, I hope it's that WASPs are evil bastards and they should be shot.
Where are you hiding? The more you hide, the more agents we send. And the more agents we send, well, come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Wait, no! I've got hiding!
Agent down! Harding spotted! Harding's here! He's going for the head!
Pas foufou.
Cataclysmal left us broken. Lost. But we rose piece by piece. Night after night. They broke us once. But I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone. And with this stone, we will rebuild.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Listen, I don't care what you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating in a bush in some godforsaken junk. This is nothing like what you've ever faced. Our intel confirms enemy operators deployed in the AO, and it seems like those alien freaks can be killed with light. Keep your mission objective a priority, and I'll see you on the other side. Moving out.
Excellent work as always, Day 9. What's up, everybody? I'm Tasteless, and I am joined with David, Kim, and Artosis. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a very exciting new game, Battle Aces, a fast-action RTS.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. So this first building that you see right here is my core. This is where my units train out of. And also, if I lose the core, then I lose the game.
It seems like in this game, you can expand, like, within seconds of it starting. Is that correct?
Yeah, so right when the game starts, you have enough resources to either expand, tech, or build an army to attack.
You know, something that we keep seeing show up on this screen right now is that intelligence bar. This is one of my favorite things about Battle Aces, where you can immediately see not just your unit deck, but your opponent's as well, and start strategizing from the get-go.
For sure, and not only that, I can also see the precise, I guess, tech progress of my opponent and vice versa too. So we can strategize very precisely.
So, with these unit decks, you can make almost any combination of units. How many units exactly are in the game Battle Aces right now?
Yeah, so we have 45 units planned for the closed beta, but we'll be adding new units every single season, so the possibilities of strategy will be...
Now, I notice here on the intelligence bar, you can see you're teching up, your opponent is taking that faster third base, and I see you're playing like a very defensive, tech-oriented game, whereas your opponent is playing a bit more fast-paced, right? Like he's running around, he's doing the attacking while you're doing the defending.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the different types of strategies that can be used for different players?
So in this specific game, I'm trying to show off a more easier way to play. So you'll notice that I'm not really clicking all that much kind of thing. So my basic strategy is in tier 1, I have these recall units that can teleport back to any of my bases, making it a very easy defensive option. And I'm straight teching to king crabs that are very strong at harassing enemy bases. And
now, game timers and RTSs is not like a new thing, but what's interesting about this one is that this game counter is counting down. What's the story with that?
Yeah, so we have a max game limit of 10 minutes in this game. So when the timer reaches 0, then the game will end. And the winning player is whoever has the higher score.
Now, we notice that the 2 king crabs you have, they seem to be on a stealth mission here. It seems like you're skirting the bottom of the map, maybe going up for a little bit of harassment, a little bit of counterattacking.
Yeah, for sure. So I sent 2 to the back so that I can take down one of these bases, hopefully, and while playing a defensive game. But the enemy noticed that, and because he can't, he was kind of off position, that's why he went all in on my third base.
Yeah, it looks like he will end up killing off your third base here, and in fact brings in a huge army, but it looks like you will defend, unfortunately losing that third base.
Yeah, but I do have a bigger army, and I was able to save those 2 king crabs and bring them back. So I'm feeling pretty good about this massive attack right here.
Yeah, it looks like you're pushing forward, and that is a very scary army with that many king crabs. Let's see how you end up doing. It does look like it's going to end up being a rout, even taking down his flying units there. It looks like you've done a great job at this game, David. And, you know, I got to say, guys, I've played a lot of Battle Aces. And if you want a more in-depth look at the high skill expression available, check it out at playbattleaces.com.
And we'll be starting our beta very soon, in a few weeks. So please make sure to sign up for the beta while you're there at the site.
And be sure to wish list it on Steam. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all the time we have. Day 9, back to you.
Thanks, Artosis. And Nick Tasteless Plot, my literal brother that refers to me by my internet moniker.
Well, now, Sean, Frankie told us there'd be a lot of great new strategy games in our show, and you know, she was right. There has never been a better time to be a PC gamer and an RTS fan. And with the lightning-fast action of its 1v1 and 2v2 modes, Battle Aces is a big reason why.
And next up, Citizen Sleeper 2. Wait, I'm sorry, I thought I was...
Ils ont annoncé ça comme si c'était une game do.
Okay.
If you don't mind,
Yeah,
a little mix-up, but
go for it, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'd love to. The world of a malfunctioning android housing the digitized consciousness of a human being can be treacherous existence at the best.
I was supposed to introduce that trailer. Me, Mika. And then he just swoops in and steals it. Ho, you've made a powerful enemy today, Plot.
Mika, is everything okay?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
As I was this new installment.
Keep talking, Day 9, and you won't have 9 days left after I...
Look, Mika,
What?
we can all hear your thoughts.
What? How?
Well, yeah, you recorded them earlier, you know, in the voiceover studio. I mean, that's the audio that's getting piped into the studio right now. Guys, can we go ahead and mute 003 Mika's internal rage.wave right now?
You got it, Sean.
I'm sorry, I just, I really wanted to introduce the trailer. I'm like the TTRPG girl.
Okay, you know what, honestly,
yeah.
totally fine. Go ahead.
You sure? Okay. You've lost your memory and there's a bounty on your head. This time,
Okay, wait, hold on. Where are my vengeful thoughts?
Oh.
Sorry. All right, well, just play that.
Well, as I was saying, you've lost your memory.
The Bolivian gulping iguana sounds its mating call, a noise often described as nature's dumbest sound.
Oh, forget it. Just cue the dang.
Well, in all of its uninterrupted glory, here's our first ever look at the gameplay in Citizen Sleeper 2, which I got to announce and not Sean.
Wake up, Sleep, we're in trouble. Lane's closing in, and we need this next contract to go right. But nothing's gone right so far. That contract Carson gave us was trouble from the start. Junie? I didn't trust her. Not for a moment. That derelict was a death trap. Suddenly, it was all over.
Autant au début j'étais hypé, là.
But we've got to bounce back.
La journée là, j'étais hypé. Là, ça m'a.
So let's talk. How about Nia?
C'est dommage que Xbox est passé en premier. Hein. Soit passé en premier. J'aurais préféré que Xbox passe en deuxième, hein, en vrai. Comme ça au moins, on se serait tapé ça. Et puis on se serait bien enjaillé sur Xbox, mais là. Voilà quoi.
The belt is wide, Sleeper. So whatever comes at us next, just remember, nothing in the belt ever runs smooth.
Voilà, encore un jeu 2025. Ils adorent 2025. Hein. Tout va sortir en 2025. Ah bah dis donc, il y a des bangers en 2025. Hein. On va avoir beaucoup de jeux en 2025. En tout cas, demain, il y aura de l'high-tech et du jeu vidéo, donc ça va changer un peu. Bon bah... Ah, attends. C'était quoi? C'était Capcom? Captain. Un jeu sur Mac.
Wish you could keep track of all the games you're seeing on the PC Gaming Show? Well, that's exactly what wishlists are for. The PC Gaming Show Steam page is a one-stop shop where you can fill up your wish list with every single game we're featuring on our show. Make it quick though. We've got an unbeatable trailer coming up. That's no exaggeration. It really is unbeatable.
Un trailer unbeatable.
Why shouldn't I treat you like you're a cop?
double shot of exciting news. Core Keeper's upcoming 1.0 launch and twin stick shooters Odenfall coming to early access later this year.
Okay, Mika, I can't wait to show everyone our next game, and it's so exciting. I'm gonna need to stand up for this. You should stand up too.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. It's hard to think of a better combination than the team behind the gloriously gory medieval warfare slasher Chivalry 2 and this classic zombie survival horror game that started out as a mod for Half-Life 2.
Brace yourself for 8-player co-op, permadeath, and the terrifying cinematic experience of No More Room in Hell. So let's take a look.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna want to sit down for this.
But I just stood up.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a permadeath horror co-op game.
You start with a flashlight with no weapons, and you're exploring in the dark, and you're trying to find your first friend and your first weapons to get some safety.
You find more gear, you find more people. It's suddenly 4 players, 6 players, 8 players, up to that final showdown at the power plant, where hordes of zombies are pouring in and are using explosives and assault rifles to overcome that final challenge.
Like with Chivalry, combat is the first thing we focused on, being Torn Banner. We want that game feel just really intense, and it's part of the immersion. Every run is different. We're looking at how do we deliver the Hollywood cinematic experiences? You know, how do we put you in a place that you've never been before, but you've always wanted to be? It's like a co-op game with consequences. And the fun becomes, how long can I survive the zombie apocalypse?
Ah merde, j'ai pas vu. Il y avait quoi d'intéressant? Oh non, j'ai raté. Je suis allé faire caca et... Il y avait quoi d'intéressant? Ah, je suis dégoûté. J'ai raté un jeu intéressant. Merde. Juin. Ok. DDS2. On avait déjà vu ce style-là.
Peggy 18.
Good. Ah. F66. Ah, ça a l'air intéressant. Ah, ça a l'air intéressant ça. Ah, ça a l'air pas mal ça. Ça c'est bien. Me dites pas qu'il va sortir en 2000, je sais pas combien. C'est pas cool. Dead Sprint 66. Oh. Wishlist, ok. Oh, pas de date de
Gore
sortie.
meets parkour in
Le
Death Sprint
seul jeu.
66. And here I thought the worst thing that could happen while jogging is
Le
jogging.
seul jeu.
Now,
Le
you've
seul
heard
jeu.
of motorbikes and motorboats, but how about motor
Ah, là, là, là,
brooms?
là, là.
In Crescent County, you can escape to a beautiful and wholesome island of witches, where you don't just fly around on boring old wooden brooms. You soup them up, trick them out, and use them for drifting, racing, and running a high-speed delivery service. Let's take a visit to Crescent County.
World premiere. Bon, je vais profiter pour faire mon programme de la semaine, mon programme de sport de la semaine. Vu que pas grand chose à se mettre sous la dentition. On va aller regarder ça.
And now I'm beyond lucky to be joined by Crescent County's creative director, Anna Hollenreich. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Now, that was a lovely trailer, and I'd love if you could just walk us through a little more of what we just saw.
It's kind of if you're imagining Kiki's Delivery Service meets the Bikes of Kira, set on a rural witch
Ah, ils ont changé. L'autre était un
It's a
peu
game
gênant,
about
c'est ça?
finding yourself, kind
Et
of
ça,
as
le
a
bail?
proto-adult. And I'm really interested, how does a place become yours? By day, you're driving around the island, making deliveries to the locals. And then by night, you're racing around the island with the characters that you've befriended along the way. Or, I don't know, maybe you want to get one of the characters to date you, but you need a bed frame because they have self-respect. I believe me.
You did say that you took some personal experiences into this. It's so real. Okay. So talk to me a little bit about where the idea for Crescent County.
It's inspired by my first ever proper video games job where I moved to the Isle of Wight. I couldn't stop doing this witch tech mashup. I couldn't stop drawing it. I was going to Comic-Cons. I was selling art about it. And I've been working in big teams on things like Fall Guys. But I knew that if I didn't launch myself out into the unknown, I would never forgive myself.
So you're taking this big leap into making this game, and it's in the cozy genre. What sets your game apart?
So this is a delivery life sim game, right? But it's also got underground motorbroom street racing in it. I really love genre mashups. I think that they're so interesting. And I love making worlds that feel warm and lived in and loved, where people feel relaxed and safe. But also, if you want to amp things up, you can trick out your motorbroom to the point where you're almost flying and smash into your friend's powers.
What about it excites?
We're really interested in making this island feel very relaxing to drive around, but also hiding all of these little shortcuts and jumps and boosts all over the place so that it can be just as intense, chaotic sometimes.
Where can everyone get their hands on Crescent County?
So this game means the absolute world to us. It's a bit of my heart, it's a bit of my soul, and if it interests you, please add it.
Crescent County looks amazing, Sean, and it is just oozing with charm. I'm definitely making room for it at the top of my wish list.
And if you want to wishlist Crescent County and all the other great games you've seen on our show today, they're all located in one place, the PC Gaming Show.
Okay, it's time to put the brooms away as we take a look at some other wicked.
LINDI. Ok, là c'est que des jeux indés là, pour le coup. Il y aura beaucoup, ils vont mettre beaucoup de jeux indés, on dirait. Aftership et d'autres.
My name is Sam Walker, and I am the last man standing.
I steel myself for what's to come. I may not survive this, but at least I'll go down fighting. Fighting for a chance to make things right. Even if it's too little too late.
Set out on the journey, my child, and find your voice. For it is
ça on a
the
déjà
sound
vu
of
aussi.
the instrument that soothes your
Le
father.
bout qui se tape avec son banjo là.
Where to search for it?
Play a note at the melody
Son
room.
banjo.
A great sight one can cast. Other worse, whereby the heavy cup of wine one can cast.
C'est 4 quests. Eh, c'est 4 quests. Bah voilà. 4 quests. Ça, on valide. On aura des bateaux maintenant. Ça se joue toujours à 2. Non, là, c'est solo, là, solo. Attends, ça se trouve, je me trompe, hein. Si, 4 quests 3. Par contre, ça se joue tout seul. Bah voilà. Voilà.
Hello, my name is
Bah
Nicole
voilà.
He, and I'm working with Nereal and Devolver Digital to make the world's first first-person shooter, The Crush House. So in the game, you've been hired to produce 1999's hottest reality show, and your job is to choose the cast, film the drama, and give the audience what they are thirsting for. But remember, never ever speak to the talent. Anyway, all the different audience groups want to see different things, so let's see who's tuning in today.
Le seul jeu qui est
We've
bien.
got the divorced dads. They want to see bromances, meat on the grill, strong male emotions, you know, divorced dad stuff. And the fish freaks are here. We've earned money from ads, so let's put this as normal for reality TV. And the film students are watching, and they want to see all of this at a Dutch angle, of course. Hold on, butt guys in the chat? Let's see what they have to say. Pants are a prison for the ass, if that's what you want, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, if we combo all the different things that they want to see in frame together, the ratings will go up even more. Chat is loving it. And no matter how crazy the audience requests are, we have to satisfy them or else the show will be canceled. But don't worry if things do go wrong. This is reality TV after all. Just pick a new cast, start the season over, and maybe this time we'll make it to the series finale of The Crush House.
sort de... 10 juin, 4 quoi 10 juin, il sort demain alors. Il sort demain, on est lundi. Star Trucker. Ok. Là ça peut être sympa aussi. Bah tiens, il commence à mettre des jeux sympas là. Ça y est. Imitation Sims, ouais de ouf. Mais là ça a l'air sympa ça comme jeu. Ce style de jeu là j'aime bien, un peu style simulation et tout là. Ça a l'air sympa. Star Trucker. Pas septembre. Parfait ça.
Coming up in the PC gaming show.
Coming up.
Trust me when I say I know what it's like to wait for a big release to arrive. This particular download has been queuing for months, but fans of extraction shooters, and I'm talking about the extraction shooter, the one that kicked off an entirely new genre, don't have much longer to wait. Multiplayer FPS Escape from Tarkov has been in beta since 2017, but is now preparing for its heralded 1.0 release. Here's a look at what's coming when the granddaddy of extraction shooters goes gold.
Ну, здравствуй, солдат. Давненько не заходил. Куда пропадал-то? Так ты на арену поддался, но все равно вернулся, да? Чемпион. Да, изменился ты. Но и у нас тут жизнь не стоит на месте. Конфликт в Таркове снова разгорается. И пока неизвестно, чем все это закончится.
Allez bâtard. Je suis en train de regarder le chat, il y a des gens qui ont écrit Ukrainien Simulator. C'est des gamins.
Похоже, придется тебе снова показать, чего ты стоишь, боец. Путь осилит идущий, так ведь?
Oh merde! Les gens sont mauvais, les gens sont mauvais. Ah putain. Oh non.
И кто знает, может у тебя и получится сбежать из Таркова.
Get ready for escape. Ok. Bah, histoire de jouer à Tetris quoi. Un petit jeu speedrun. Encore un petit jeu speedrun. Un style à la... Interstellar. Non, c'est Stellar, non? C'est pas Interstellar, c'est juste Stellar. Day.
I'll give it. As long as Wu is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
Come at me. You're in my way.
Démo jouable à partir de demain. Ah, petit jeu de délire. Jeu de borne à 4.
This game blows your mind. Mullet magic.
Sean, I am sad to say it, but we're not a million miles away from the end of our show.
What? Already?
Oh, wait. Sean, are you about to yell no and dramatically wave your fist at the sky?
No, I just thought I was gonna sneeze. Anyways, as you were saying.
Right, well, we don't have much left in the show, so it's time to...
Sorry, it turns out I am allergic to shows nearing...
Well, as I was saying, it is time to share something very special. We are living in a golden age of city builders, and there's something out there for everyone. Strategy, survival, puzzle games, co-op, there are no stress city builders.
And it's true. But even with all the city builders I play, I can honestly say that we've never seen one quite like from a very talented team of developers who made games like Mark of the Ninja and Gone Home. Let's watch the world premiere of Generation Exile.
World premiere.
Our generation ship was to travel hundreds of years across the stars so we could build a new world for humanity. We had tried to restore Earth's ravaged ecology. The desperate solution nearly wiped us out instead. And now it's on the ship. And it's growing. There are only a few thousand of us left, and we cannot repeat the past. In our ship's closed ecosystems, resources are finite. Nothing can go to waste. Every bit of scrap needs to be salvaged, reclaimed, and repurposed into what we need to survive. Materials, food, water, air. We might not always work well with each other. We might squabble, we might stumble, but we are all we have. As we're building a balanced ecosystem, years will go by like minutes. We must adapt to each other and to the unknown. We're not just learning to build a sustainable future. Everyone on board is living their own story, and your story will be different from mine. Can we escape the mistakes that drove us from our home? Because every decision we make now will determine if humanity earns a second chance.
Non, ça a l'air réel de ouf. Ou c'est réel? Ah, c'est réel. Je me suis dit, waouh, c'est bien fait.
Generation Exile is
réel.
a sustainable solar-punk city builder with a reactive emergent narrative that changes every single time the game is played. You are aboard a generation ship traveling for several hundred years, leaving a ecologically ravaged Earth behind, attempting to find a new home for humanity. So rather than repeat the failings of Earth in the past, you need to find a new way to develop a society that is sustainable and can thrive.
Your job is to make sure that you shepherd humanity successfully to the destination planet and that they live to get there and there's enough people to keep humanity going.
Players' goals differ a bit from traditional recognizable city builders, where yes, you're still having to provide the basics for your society, food, shelter, clean water, but there's kind of this unquestioned notion that we see both in a lot of strategy games, but also just in the world around us, where it's like, oh, well, when we need more resources, we can just keep extracting, we can just keep growing and growing and growing. It's simply not possible to keep expanding forever. And that is a thematic element of the game for sure, but part of that has come from just looking at the industry around us, where all the goals are just like, what are the returns for the next quarter? We see the harm that is caused by that single-minded focus on how can we extract as much value in the short term. And the people who are harmed the most by that are the thousands of people who in the last 6-8 months have lost their jobs, right? So as you make your way through the game and progress through the game, rather than just infinitely getting bigger, it's about becoming more regenerative, to use only what you have around you because there's no external source of anything else.
Fundamentally, you're on a spaceship. You got what you got.
What we wanted to achieve is to take a relatively recognizable set of city building mechanics, but having more narrative and story elements there as well. Because the thing that is so rich about city builders is that they're so systems dense, and that game state is all very much driven by the choices and decisions that the player is making. But the opportunity then we saw is to look at all that in the city building layer game state, and then
drag it out into the narrative,
exactly.
Kicking and screaming.
but in a good way.
In a good way.
Where rather than, you know, just like everyone's gonna play through the game and at turn 15, this thing happens, then at turn 25, this thing happens. Instead, you can just have authored narrative events that are reactive to whatever choices you've made, like weird ecology things that are occurring aboard the vessel, or
they're situational.
various crises.
Yeah.
Small and large. We're able to provide the player the ability to make consequential specific decisions that are divorced from just the pure systems of the game, which then informs the events that will occur in the future, so that at the end, there will be echoes of the decisions you've made along the way. It should feel like the journey to get there is one that you uniquely experience, and the conditions that you finish with are ones that are reactive to all the decisions you made leading up to that point. The game can be wish-listed right now on Steam, and folks can also just go to sonderluststudios.com to sign up for our newsletter and learn more as we roll things out. There'll be more delicious tidbits in there.
Will they be?
A huge thanks to the good folks at Sonderlust for letting us take a look inside their new sci-fi city builder, Generation Exile.
It looks incredible, and the amount of love and work the team have put into it really shines through.
Now look, we are under no illusion that this last year has been incredibly difficult for so many developers in the face of thousands of layoffs and countless...
Today we are so grateful that we have the chance to put a spotlight on many people really continuing to make games in the face of uncertainty.
And if there's any game you saw in our show or in any of the other many showcases, we encourage you to purchase or even just wish list any of the games for developers that you care about. It goes a long way.
Next up, you'd think the sight of a house standing up and walking around on two weird massive chicken legs would be horrifying. But when you realize it's taking some heavy witch vibes from everyone's favorite Slavic folklore character, Baba Yaga, it's actually pretty awesome. Reka is the base building exploration game you'd curse yourself for missing.
Reka. Ah, mais on l'a vu ça aussi. Les jeux des indés. Il y a des maisons qui se baladent au calme.
We aren't the only ones celebrating an anniversary. iBuyPower is hitting a major milestone of their own, having been around for 25 years. iBuyPower is a fully independent and leading manufacturer of high-performance pre-built and custom gaming PCs based in North America. As a special thanks for 25 years of powering the PC gaming community, iBuyPower is giving away one of their official VCT America, the RDY Y70 Valorant VCT AR002. This bad boy boasts a hefty AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D CPU, a GeForce RTX 4070 Ti, and 32 gigs of DDR5 5600 MHz. Did I also mention it's got iBuyPower's 240mm RGB? For your chance to win, head over to pcgamer.com/survey. And now, back to more trailers.
Meet the lock creatures. Their language brings them to life and expands their society. Learn and spell their words, each with its own special ability to change the environment in deep and surprising ways.
Comme ça, je profite pour faire tout ce que j'ai à faire. Très bien.
Play the Lock digital demo available today.
In a world where the top special forces operatives are all just wizards for some reason, one team is unstoppable. Not yours, hers. The Black Ops Chronomancer. Her team of needlessly fancy goons have brought the world to the brink of war. And only one group of mismatched rejects stands in her way. A disgraced retired Navy SEER who can see every possible future, but can't remember his own tragic backstory. The freelance Storm Witch, a private investigator whose mastery of lightning is devastating, unless her enemies aren't standing their windows. The Necromedic, A surgeon who turned to necromancy when she lost her medical license. She can heal you, but she'll have to kill you first. The rebel riot priest, your heavy support. Faith is her armor. But she is also wearing actual armor. Together, there's no threat they can't stop. As long as they can get there by public transport, they can rewind every time they screw it up. And there's an easy mode if they need it. Tactical Breach Wizards. Coming to Steam August 20th. Demo available now. Also, could you wishlist it, please? Thanks.
Wow, what a show so far. I'm absolutely loving it. And don't forget, you can do more than just watch this amazing lineup of games. You can play them too. Visit the PC Gaming Show Steam page to wishlist all the titles you've seen on today's show, all in one convenient, clickable place. Now, do you also love lists with between 9 and 11 items on them? Then today is your day. For our 10th anniversary, we've counted down the 10 biggest moments in PC gaming over the past decade. You can see where your favourite moments landed by visiting pcgamer.com/10. Right, time to grab some friends and head for the sky, where you can turn floating islands into your personal sky clouds. It's co-op survival craft made cozy. Here's an uplifting look at Aloft.
Hello, I'm Manuel Bergeron, founder and creative director of Astrolab Interactive. It is my greatest pleasure to announce that we just launched a new multiplayer demo for our game Aloft, a sandbox survival game set in the sky. Take a look at our new trailer for a few more surprises. Enjoy.
Ah oui, c'est le fameux jeu où tu joues là-dessus et t'avances en même temps dans la vraie vie. Trop bizarre.
I can sort this, right? I just need time. Don't you answer me back! Hear me? Jesus, Gregor! Gregor!
Dude, Hotel Galactic looks so cute, right?
Oh my God, it does. And honestly, I would just love to manage a bed and breakfast for alien travelers. I just worry that my quaint taste and timeless valence bedspreads just might not be suitable for interdimensional species tastes. I don't know. What do you think, Mika?
Sean, look at me. If anybody can create the cutest bed and breakfast for interdimensional space beings, it's you. It's this guy.
Oh, you always care, Mika.
Oh, I know I do. And you know what else I care a great deal about? It's the developers at the Chinese Room getting back to their roots for more first-person horror. Still Wakes the Deep looks atmospheric as hell and positively chilling.
Amen to that, Mika. And hey, speaking of chilling, get ready to side-scroll your way through a 2.5D post-apocalyptic zombie survival with Into the Dead.
Set in 1980s Texas, you are charged with gathering resources, managing party members, and crafting items, all whilst hordes of killer zombies try to chomp down on your brains.
And what's worst of all is that this is taking place during a scorching heat wave.
Oh my God, and as someone who lives in California, I can confirm that's way worse.
I feel you. I mean, my family's Irish. I get sunburned by the moon.
PC Gaming Showcase. I'm Tanya from KitFox Games, and I'm here to show you 3 different games today. So let's start with Dwarf Fortress.
Hi, I'm Zach Adams.
And I'm Tarn Adams. We're the co-creators of Dwarf Fortress, inviting you to play Adventure Mode in open beta.
And we'll be adding tutorials and demigods later this summer.
While you're waiting, you can play Caves of Cud, the most intricate roguelike ever made.
Hello, we're Brian
and Jason, co-creators of Caves of Cud. After 15 years, the game is getting its 1.0 release later this year. But out today is the spring molting patch with its all-new UI. Live and drink.
And our final piece of news today is a whole new game to announce, a world premiere for the PC Gaming Showcase, Streets of Fortuna.
How will you survive in Fortuna? Will you be a thief? A cook? A smuggler? An artisan? A trader? The city is a richly generated sandbox, each citizen living their simulated life. Use knowledge to your advantage, romantically or politically. Live your other life in Streets of Fortuna.
Alors j'ai raté des jeux ou pas? Est-ce que j'ai raté des jeux?
was The Rise of the Golden Idol, once again inviting you to unravel the truth being a tangled mystery. Now, take a look at a game from our friends at Hooded Horse that combines turn-based strategy with real-time exploration. Here's the new trailer for Every Day We Fight.
Ouais. Après, vu que sur PC, les jeux indés s'envoient, on va s'attendre à des trucs
When our countries were at war, the Richters came. They put a dome over the city. Suddenly, almost everyone was frozen. Just a few of us were left.
Soldiers, just ordinary people.
Et t'as l'impression que les organisateurs, ils tirent leur jeu au hasard. Ils demandent comment ils font pour choisir le jeu. Le chèque doit être bien bon hein, pour choisir les jeux.
Are we alive? I could swear I just got killed.
I think we jumped back in time.
See what else she can do!
Don't miss.
J'espère que je vais pouvoir me lever demain. Attends. Allez voir ça. Alors, Carrefour. Vu que ça sort demain 4 Ouest. On va voir s'il n'est pas sur Carrefour directement.
Velkomin í verndarvætt.
Hi everyone, this is Dave, Community Manager on Windblown, the upcoming action roguelike from Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells. These cute characters here are the Leapers, who live in the Ark, a peaceful village now threatened by a massive vortex of doom. So, they train up and become fearless warriors to fight back in an attempt to save their world. Using a cool thruster, you can dash at lightning speed, letting you dart across the stage, dodge out of enemy attacks, or find new areas and secrets. Through each run, you'll be able to equip different gear and upgrades, creating powerful synergies between them. For example, switching weapons at the end of a combo will let you unleash a super powerful move called an Ultra Attack. If you can time, jump online with up to 2 other players, meaning you can mix your builds with your friends and find the best combinations to carry you through the diverse biomes. Windblown will launch later this year into Steam Early Access. Player feedback is super important to help us craft a game that you guys will love to play. So join us on Steam for the latest updates and information and how you can join in on the fun. See you soon in Windblown.
Folks, we are in the final stretch of the 10th anniversary PC gaming show, but that doesn't mean we are winding down. We are, in fact, amping up.
That's right! We're wrapping things up today with not one, but 2 world premiere trailers in a row. It's like buy one, get one free world premieres.
No, Sean. That coupon expired in 1989, so we won't be getting.
Oh, well, that's too bad, except, look at this! This is our 10th PC gaming show, which means I get a free world premiere.
Look at this guy! Thanks to Sean's Grandmaster level card play, let's check out 2 big world premiere trailers to cap off our show.
Allez, c'est la dernière. Ou l'avant-dernière, j'en sais rien. C'est un jeu avec une secte ou quoi? We are crypt. We are friends. C'est quoi ce délire? C'est un jeu pour créer des sectes? C'est quoi ces conneries? Un jeu pour créer des sectes? C'est quoi ça? C'est une dinguerie? Over your face. Bon bah l'année prochaine. C'est quoi ce jeu? Le jeu avec les sectes là? C'était bien de la merde. C'était le jeu de Tom Cruise.
And that is a wrap on the PC Gaming Show 2024.
Voici le moment pour le PC Gaming Show.
A great
Nous avons
time
passé un
showing you
excellent
all the
moment.
exciting
Je sais
PC
pas.
games headed your way, and we're especially
On a
thrilled that you could
souffert.
join us
On a
for our
souffert, on a
10th
souffert.
anniversary show. And I mean, if you've been tuning in to watch our show for 10 years straight, thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you.
And if this is your first time watching, just watch the show like 10, 20 more times. Make up for all the ones you've missed and for the future ones.
That's 100% how the coupon works.
Right, and the punch
Bon bah
card.
j'espère qu'en 2025 ça va être mieux. Hein. Déjà ils ont annoncé beaucoup de jeux pour
to our
2025.
brave
Donc,
captain of the watch party, the amazing
on va croiser les
Frankie
doigts.
Ward.
Ça pour voir
Guys,
si ça.
it's been a great show and I
ça
had
sera
an
bon.
absolute blast.
C'était un super show. Oh, je suis pas
Before we
sûr.
go, we also want to give a
On va quitter, nous allons
huge thank
remercier
you to all the
chaleureusement
game developers, artists,
tous les
designers,
développeurs,
writers, voice
les
actors,
concepteurs,
and
scénaristes,
everyone else out
tous
there
ceux qui ont
working
travaillé
so hard day after day to
jour
create
après
games
jour
we all
pour
play
créer
and
les
love.
jeux aussi.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely, Frankie. And don't forget that you guys at home can wishlist every game you saw on our show today
Wishlist
by visiting the
PC
PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Thank you so much again, everyone, and we'll see you
Encore une
again
fois,
in November
rendez-vous
for the
en
PC
novembre.
Gaming Show Most Wanted.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Il y a un autre PC Gaming Show en novembre. Bon bah c'était le PC Gaming Show. Si vous avez apprécié, likez. Un pouce bleu, du coco, partagez quoi, commentez, voilà. Donc passez une bonne soirée, une bonne nuit. Pour ceux qui vont reprendre le boulot demain, bon courage. Des bisous, prenez soin de vous et surtout, bonne game. Ciao ciao.